separate the cities of Eugene and Corvallis, but the number of barbs and shots thrown back and forth between these two institutions could fill a distance triple that size. What a matchup we have for you in the battle for the state of Oregon. Welcome to Corvallis, Reser Stadium, home of the Oregon State Beavers. The Beavers will kick it away first. Fielded in the end zone, it's low. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Off the play fake on first down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. It seems as if this old feud has been going on since Lewis and Clark set the foundation for the Oregon Trail. They've been playing since 1894, guys.
Game's been played for a long time. A lot on the line in the state of Oregon. Bragging rights, Jesse, for a whole.
I feel like it's one of the rivalries in college football that maybe a lot of people don't talk about or really know about. But if you've ever been around this game and you know about the tradition and the history and the emotions surrounding this game, this is easily one of the best rivalries in college football.
He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed, and it's a big chunk play in the pass game.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense.
Oh, he's got some space. They'll say he stepped out of bounds right at the 17. And the Ducks back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Snagged out of the air. Now the connection takes it to the 11. The Ducks want to pick up the tempo. Rides the back and leaves it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Looking to the end zone. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
I love the defense's approach on this drive. They didn't panic. They gave up some yards, but what did they do? They forced a third down, a predictable situation, played great discipline, broke on the football, and forced the big interception.
They'll send the back in motion. Johnson wants to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. From the gun, the ground game. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Beavers come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Wants to throw on third. Gets rid of it. The short hands. It's Stanley. So important to convert these third downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42.
Well, after getting that takeaway, this offense is needing some points, and that's a big completion there on third down. Good job reading the coverage. The offense is going to stay on the field. They want to keep this momentum going, and that last completion, that was big.
Here's a heat. And And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
And this is what the offense knows they cannot do. They can't allow sacks. In their last game, they were sacked 5 times. Obviously lost that football game. And early in this one, they're having issues again, keeping their quarterback standing up straight.
Back to pass. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
The Beavers decide to punt it away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. He'll field the punt and look for room. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone.
Breaks into the open. Finally forced out of bounds, maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives them the ball in prime field position at the 40. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. Coming out on first down with the play fake. With the catch, it's Card. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. The Beavers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Makes the catch, it's Card. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
He'll keep it on the sneak. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. They've got a first down here to open the period. Quarterback may change this route. Moore will throw. Looking deep down the right side. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air on second down. And the running back able to get his hands on it, but what he couldn't do is keep his feet in bounds. It's incomplete. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. From the gun, wants to pass. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Really good play by this defense, and you know exactly what you're getting with this guy. Man, he is electric. He is dynamic. He'll make plays, so you got to do a good job of containing him in the pocket. And when he starts to scramble, chase from one side. Don't overlap with another guy. Nice job by the defense.
He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Grab behind the line. It's Stanley. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle. It's Williams. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. Got enough for the first down and wants more. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
Great job by the defense, forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce.
It's 4. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. Kicker tried to tack a few more on the scoreboard, guys, and couldn't do it. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Runs through a tackle. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Moore to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Casper. And he falls on top of his own fumble. He'll be brought down, but he was trying with everything he had to turn that disaster into a first down. He came up a little short. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. They'll immediately call timeout. The Ducks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Grab near the sticks. It's Casper. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. He fires one deep over the middle. A full dive to haul that one in. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. He's looking to throw. The screen, he's got wheels. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3. This whole red zone offense thing has been a little shaky. They've been stopped twice already. Maybe they ought to try to score from deep. They've already squandered a couple of chances to score touchdowns in the red zone, and now another opportunity. It's 3rd and goal. Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up 4th down.
After that incompletion, it's now 4th and short in the red zone. Decision time if you're the head coach. Just take the field goal, or do you keep your offense on the field looking to get 6?
Moore will throw. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! Fitted in the window for the score. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Caught in the backfield, it's Stanley. can't get him to the ground. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Wants to go up top. Plucks it out of the air. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. They'll try to get the first through the air. Fires to the wideout. Complete in the middle. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. Wants to throw on first down. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's second and long. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Rushes on him. Takes a hit as he fires. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. And the Beavers will line up to punt it away. He's got it. Slips through the line. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Pulls it in. It's Creighton. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. And the Ducks moving quickly to the line. Moore to the air. Got his man quickly. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. He hurls one deep down the left side. And he throws another interception. His third of the night. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. Corners are going to bail. Looking to throw on first down. Bringing the heat. And that play just looked to be a mess from the snap, and he's run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. The Ducks will kick it off to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner is stopped. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments. But they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Caught near the sticks. It's Card. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
The Beavers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But This offense just can't find a way to get it going, and I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get...
Turning it on! He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. The Beavers have this offense rolling. Use the play fake, now to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Stanley. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Off the play fake. Quarterback moving. Recovers the fumble, and he's on the move.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
Johnson looking to throw. He's going to run it. Quarterback gets past the marker. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
You got to be impressed with the quarterback on that last play because he's already been sacked a ton of times in this game. He knows he does not have a lot of time to survey the field, get through his progression. So as soon as he feels a lane to take off and run, he's going to take it. A really nice job that time, showing off the athleticism and picking up the first down.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Gonna run it. It's Stanley. They'll pull him down after a pickup of 5 down to the 23.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor. 3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. He splits the uprights. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Power football with the run. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2. The Ducks are in the hurry-up.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Moore will throw. Fires to the right. That's caught. It's Casper. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. He wants to change this route. Wants to go up top on 1st down. On target to the left. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. He was just a breath from taking that one all the way, and he'll run that momentum right into the 4th quarter. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the 3rd. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. They'll leave it with him. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Under fire. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
This defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
Catch in the middle. It's Johnson. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Back to pass on 2nd down. Zings it complete to the right. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Moore to the air. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on.
Hold.
This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Motion from the wide receiver. A run for the quarterback. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Makes the catch. Makes the stop at the 30, but a big 15-yard pickup gets him out of trouble.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
Looking to throw on 1st down. He'll heave it deep. Holds it in on the left. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give them the offense, coughs it up. Recovered by the defense, and he's off.
I love those smashes where you can hear it up here, Reese. Goodness gracious, you can hear the contact. Such a big lick. The offensive guy doesn't hold on to the football. Huge momentum swing, big turnover forced by the defense.
Moore will throw. Fires to the big fella. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And the Ducks headed quickly to the line.
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up in different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Line getting set on 2nd down. Quarterback making adjustments. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Craver. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
Yeah, and that's the hard thing about these QBs that can move and run all over the place and give you so many options is that didn't even look like much, but he chews up so much yardage and gets those little gains that just death by 1,000 cuts that continue to happen with this offense.
Finds his man. It's Hughes. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision to make.
Now, this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on fourth down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the how you try to defend it.
How about the catch radius on him, too? So as a quarterback, you don't have to be perfect when throwing it to him. You just got to get it somewhere in his vicinity, and he can come up with the catch.
Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line. The Ducks will have it 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. And this defense has to step forward. Not only do they have to get a stop, they've got to do it quickly to keep that time from running down. Gets it out fast. Tight end trying to get in. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. They'll try to power it in. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I think my thought process needs to be points aren't good. Because if I get a field goal here, that's fine. I take the lead by more than a field goal. They got to go the length of the field. But I also want to run this clock, let it continue to work. But the goal is to get a touchdown. So let's see what this offense dials up next.
They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. 4th down and goal from the 3. Can the defense get a stop? Moore to the air. And he's got it for the touchdown, and that one just might do it.
Well, they get the touchdown when they needed it most. That score now makes it a 2-possession game, and guys, with just seconds to go on the game clock, this thing is all but over.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. And after that last turnover, David, prime example, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
And it just puts you behind the 8 ball. I mean, this offense has to do something, put it together. You got a deficit, Palmer. You need some mojo. Something needs to go your way.
At this point of the game, they've got to score touchdowns every time they have possession.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with an out.
Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Pocket breaking down. Got a man. It's Carr. And he just runs out of bounds, and I think he's short. I think he misjudged where he had to get. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Final minute. This game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out, execute, and perform big plays all game long. I think it's sending a statement, too, to future defenses down the road on the schedule. They're going to be tough to contend with.
Yeah, I mean, they got firepower, putting up so many points. This thing is easily over. Now they can just chillax, go back to the locker room, know they're going to get the victory.
After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! Made the grab in the end zone for the score. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start. It's as if the Duck has hopped on that motorcycle and is revving the engine, and Oregon is threatening to drive away.
And Oregon's a team that, man, when they get it going, a lot of times they're just so hard to stop. The swag gets rolling. The uniform always looks good, but Oregon State's going to have to find something in this rivalry.
They need a big play, and they need it right now. The Beavers need to be able to slow down this runaway train that is the Oregon Ducks right now.
He'll pull it down. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse.
Illegal forward pass. Offense.
So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. Bunch formation for these receivers. Moore will throw. Fakes the grab. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.